Okay, let's do a section on governance, and this is going to be kind of important because this is our role as a board and what we're talking about. What are the governance body's responsibilities? Again, if we can keep going back to the big three, which is financial, academic, and then in our world, which is important to us, but not so much with the state, would be culture and social emotional learning. So academics, finance, and whatnot. And then we've talked about all these overarching things, that systems that are coming to the board on a regular basis. We've talked a little bit about the Academic Accountability Committee, the School Advisory Committee, Audit Committee, which is based on finance, and we do have a CPA. This thing gets audited every year. It's a public body, so we're very careful there. And then all the 8 human resources issues and plans and studies and all those kind of good things. So the role of the governing board is we're a policy-making board. And we're not in the day-to-day. We hire the principal. That's the one specific thing that we do have direct oversight on. We're looking at strategic planning, and we're looking at oversight of the finances. We're going to meet quarterly, and we're going to look at, again, academic, finance, and then this governance is how do we replenish the board if we need to head and look for new members. So some of the actual duties are we approve the preliminary and final budget that gets submitted to the school district. We approve the calendar. So days of instruction is a big deal. I think it's 180 or so in Florida, so we got to make sure we're doing that. And those get sent into the state. It's subject to open meeting law, so we publish our meeting at least 24 hours in advance in something public so that the public can join us. And we become an appeal body for the parents, or say we remove a child from a suspension. And there's a training process, there's a conflict of interest that gets done, and understanding what our mission is. So this is kind of the role of the board. It's under Section 11, but really it's managing and overseeing the bigger part of the organization. And you have things reporting to you, and you're helping to make decisions. And again, I'm right behind the scenes with our principal, making sure all these things are kind of moving forward and you're getting communicated correctly. And there's any kind of issues, we're way ahead of them before they even hit you all. So, but that's the answer to that general set of questions. How you recruit the governing body members to fill identified gaps. So we're looking for community. We're looking for areas of weakness that we may have. So say if it's a financial weakness one year, we're looking for a CPA to join. If it's a curriculum issue, then we're looking for someone with student background. If it's a special ed issue, we'll be looking for someone with a special ed background. And then there's an interview process. That's the governance committee. So they'd say, hey, we need a new board member. What's it look like? And he'll submit names. Does anybody want to join? All those kind of things. How the governing body members evaluate the principal. So there's an annual principal review, and there's a very clear set of benchmarks that we're asking those principals to be achieving. And then you're kind of going down the list, checking those, how we're doing in grades, how's the turnover of teachers, how's our enrollment looking. You're evaluating them on that check mark. And I have that kind of already built, so I can go over that with you all to make sure it fits what you think. And if it is, then we just use that as a template. And what opportunities and avenues will there be for parental involvement and input on the school governance? So this is a bigger issue because once parents start getting involved, you could have some issues with little Johnny got a bad grade and I'm not happy, and it comes to the board, which is not really what you want to do. So you got to be very careful to make sure that they understand their role and it's more governance based. This School Advisory Committee is designed for parents to have a place to go and gather information and have their ideas heard and thought. And then that SAC makes a report to the governing board once a quarter. And at the end of the year, they do the big survey of the entire stakeholder. That's their one thing that they're tasked to do, but they report what's happening at the campus. So that's your parent involvement. And I got this out of Colorado. It's a great idea. And it kind of keeps the two things separate because you're looking big picture. They're more in the weeds and then filtering what is big and what is just the chatter of the day.